Welcome back, everyone. Another installment here of Low Hanging Wax. Thank you for joining me. Today we got a little treat. Instead of the usual low hanging junk wax, and this I guess is technically junk wax, but got some older packs from BBCE. Little Christmas treat for all of us, really. Nothing too crazy, just a modest little order here. So without any more delay, let's get into this sucker. We got 5 older packs. Looking for, really on the hunt for some singles lately. But I have purchased some, and I'll share that also when they come in. I got some really cool singles from the, just from eBay, mostly eBay. Oop. And of course, I wasn't expecting the peanuts. Give me a moment here. Sorry about that. Forgot about the damn peanuts. But as you can see, this is what we got rolling for today. So still kind of just in the beginning of the junk wax era. This technically would be as well. Just to give you a little shakedown on the order. 2 packs of 81 Fleer, 286 Donruss, and 1 Fleer 87 Cello. For a modest little treat for myself as well as everyone watching. Just after that 1987, if you go back and watch those 87 Donruss packs, especially the last ones, which is weird because they did get a McGuire, but they did seem like they were tampered with, or they just seemed off. And then if I look back at another video, they seemed off. So I said, you know what? When I treat myself, I'll go right through BBCE, which is a pretty good source. And not to say they couldn't rip me off too, but I've had good luck through there. And once in a while, we'll risk it through Mr. Steve Hart there. All right, starting with 81 Fleer. Looking really for Kirk Gibson rookie or Ricky Henderson, Reggie, anything cool and old. Any of the classic Hall of Famers, the guys that I collect. And no, I'm not eating the gum. But as you can see, we do have the authentic gum. Fix the lighting here. See if we can get that removed. Mr. Johnny LeMaster. Moved pretty easily. So we got Johnny LeMaster. There's the back. Beautifully cut. Just like all the junk wax. All right, let's see what we get in these packs. This is very exciting. We have Denny Walling. Dick Tidrow. Wow, look at that mustache. That's a Fu Manchu. Toes are cut like crapola, but let's see. We got Willie Stargell. I do have to be a little more careful. We do have a Willie Stargell. John Milner. Vern Rule. Cliff Johnson. Chuck Tanner, manager card. Let's see what we got here. Jose Morales. Steve Braun. Larry. Wow, look, that's an interesting. That's a weird shot. Larry Sorensen. Ron Guidry. Gotta be careful with these. We are definitely putting up Mr. Ron Guidry. Nicely centered. It's got to be, what, a 5? Still cool card. John Castino. Jim S. I have never heard of him. Essien. I'm sure somebody can. Oh, I've heard of him. Hal McRae. If you remember him whipping the phone as a manager, going nuts on the press.
Completely.
All these ass questions every night. And stay out here asking all his dumb ass questions. Stupid. I'm sick and tired of all this bull. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke.
Also, a heck of a player. We'll put up Hal. We'll put him down here. Checklist and ending with Frank LaCourte and an amazing sideburn. All right. Let's see what we get in the second pack. Let me just do a little housekeeping here. All right. Second pack of 81 Fleer. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate all the interactions. Still a little new at this, but trying to keep it regular. But I do got to do it when I'm in the mood. And tonight the mood struck. Boy, that gum is pretty fresh looking. It almost looks enticing enough to eat. I'll leave that to I'll leave that to Sal. In fact, I'm going to leave that right alone for now. All right, let's move along with some cards. We have, starting with, these look better centered. Maybe we'll get our Kirk Gibson here. Maury Wills. Joe Morgan. Very cool. Look at that Joe Morgan card. That is a beaut. Got to be careful with these. Chuck Baker. You should be careful with all of them if you're going to collect. Bruce something. Bhakti. Gary Templeton. You know what, Gary? We're feeling generous today. We're going to put you up. Didn't realize it was 2 R's on that. Danny Heap. Also heard of Danny Heap. Looks like a Danny Heap rookie. Put him aside. There's Larry Sorensen again. Got 2 of those for some reason. I did giveaways. I have to give that away. Ron Guidry again. Really? We got Ron Guidry again? I'm not sure the collation. Older pack rippers, let me know. Is that common to get 2 packs out of a box randomly like that? And they're some of the same players. Yep. Essien. Don Money. Did I just waste my money? This is why I don't get old packs. Gotta be honest. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hoskin Powell. Dan Quisenberry, though. That was odd to get. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. Darth, we need a ruling on this. We got Dan Quisenberry on a, looks like a 30-year card. We're going to put him up. I got a weird feeling. Then again, there's so many scams. I feel like we're all just super sensitive. All right. I don't know why I started with the 81 foot. I should have went last. But we're going to break it up. The 86 Don Ross is really what got my goose. But there were some 81 cards I wanted to grab, and I didn't grab any of them. So maybe that'll just keep me back to buying my singles like I've been, which I will share with the class one day. All right, we're going to do 87 Cello. Doesn't look tampered with, although who knows anymore? Who knows? There's a flap. I don't know if they're pulling out the Bows and Canseco's, but we'll find out in a second. Man. Double Guidry. And double a lot of things in here. All right, let's move forward. We got Tim Lawler. Try to move through this a little bit. Allenson, Goose Gossage. Put Goose Gossage up. Dave Schmidt. Davis. Looking for some bow action would be great. Will Clark. That's pretty sharp, too. Look at that. Let's look at the back. Ooh, followed by a Frank Viola. Nice. Pretty sure that's a rookie. Not an ex-rookie or anything like that. Frank Viola. We're going to put him up, too. We'll put him up here. Harry Spillman. Barry Bonds. Look at that. Well, this one hasn't been tampered with. Also, a rookie. Well, sorry, Gary. Terry Forrester, Steve Trout. All right, we'll check out John freaking Moses. Steve Ontiveros, Jose Guzman. And we got some sticker action. Let's see who we get. Pirates. That's pretty cool. The old style logos. Gotta love it. All right, let's see here. Carl Best. Dave Henderson looking awesome. That's a cool Dave Henderson card. We'll put up Dave back here. Maybe Ginger with these. Gino Petrelli. It's a pretty cool card too. Rick Roden. Another solid player. I see Kevin Bass showing up. In a great mood. Donnie Hill. What do we have here? We have All-Star of Todd Worrell. I don't recall those. Those must be Cello. I don't know. Let me know if those are Cello exclusives. And we have Ivan Calderon, Dennis Powell, Gene Walter, Ron Guidry again. Got a bit of a Ron Guidry collection going. Put him in the shadows. I don't know why it's all shadowy over there. Cecil Cooper. Jerry Hairston looking like Stephen A. Smith. What's going on here? Joe Price and Pat Perry. That was a pretty cool sell. That was worth it. I don't know about these 81 packs. Maybe it's just terrible collation. But it says from a sealed box. I don't know anymore. Those weren't super expensive, but let's just move on to the 86 Donruss. I don't know why I got such weird lighting going on. But we'll plow ahead anyways. Let's see what we get in the 86 Donruss. These look like they have... The roller marks do go through. I should have checked. Man, I forgot to look. Yep, the roller mark goes right through, as you can see. Thank you, Rob Opens Wax, for educating all of us, really. Well, at least me. So let's see what we got. It opens nice. All right, this opens a little nicer than that Fleer, but as I rip the pack. All right, let's see what we get here, folks. Come on. Well, you can tell these are all different sizes. Ozzie Virgil, Mark Sullivan, Dunbar with some red eyes. Chet Lemon makes an appearance. Haven't seen you in a while, Chet. It's a pretty cool card, I guess. Mario Ramirez, Tom Henke. God bless you. Von Hayes. Take a look at the backs. Nice baby blue back. I'm not putting up Von Hayes. Sorry, Von. Pedro Guerrero. Rick Ruschel. Terry Francona. Very smug looking. Man. And we get our first Diamond King of Willie Randolph. I don't know. I got a weird feeling about some of this. Ricky Horton. I like the junk. I'm getting back to the junk. Harold Reynolds. This was a terrible mistake. Bob Forsch. All right. Until we see what's in this final pack, thank you for joining me. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. Final pack of 86 Donruss. It looks like we have legit. If we could see it with this angle. Yep. And we have the roller mark going through. Doesn't mean much. These are still made by the billions. This is when the junk started really junking. All right, get rid of the puzzle piece. Oh boy, no, I took the cards off. Took the cards off camera for Jim Clancy. He's as puzzled and angry as I'm feeling right now. Denny Walling, Jay Baller, Lance McCullers, Johnny Abrego, Deion James, Joel Youngblood, Pete Filson, Frank DePino. All right. Freshly shaven Don Mattingly. Look at that. That's definitely a good consolation prize I will take. Let's cover up Gossage. I don't care. Ken Oberkfell. Bhakti again. This guy just keeps showing up today. Damn it. And Mickey Hatcher. Well, it was fun. And it wasn't super expensive. But man, I keep thinking all the singles I'm buying for $40. I could have bought a heck of a lot of Ricky Henderson and Reggie Jackson cards, as well as some Andre Dawson and some other people I collect. But that's all right. The adventure is fun, but I'll tell you what. I don't know if this adventure seemed a little suspicious, especially on the collation. It's the end here. It's slap time. You can definitely click off the video, but I'm going back through this 81. We did get the double Guidry. I don't want to move Will until it's safe here, but I don't know, very odd collation with the Asayan, Larry Sorensen. We had two of him each. Bhakti. He just wouldn't leave us alone. Yep, there he is again. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we just happen to get the bad luck of the draw, which I always say you can have luck in reverse, and maybe that's just what I had on the 81 Fleer today. All right. Either way, it was fun. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back. Have some more stuff coming on the way. See you next time. Thank you. You know, I decided to come back after after assessing the cards here after I recorded. I realized, you know, this is the luck of the draw with the wax. And it was a responsible choice, but not only that. I mean, it's $40, right? But I'm looking. I got the Bonds card here, and it's a pretty damn good hit. So I felt like a spoiled brat. I thought I'd get back on here and appreciate this awesome Bonds rookie. Very clean. I'm very happy with this, actually. This was a good... Is it worth $40? That all depends. Got this Don Mattingly too, not a rookie or nothing like that, but still. So his 3rd or 4th year card. Pretty cool Don Mattingly, which is one of my favorite players I do collect. Excuse me. So I thought I'd get back on here and be a little more grateful. Joe Morgan, that's a really cool card. And that one's actually centered. With the big red machine, I know he's in an Astro uniform, but still, I really like this card, and I was looking at it. So it was enough for me to get back on here and recalibrate. And also this Will the Thrill Clark rookie. Look at that sucker. That's very, very sharp, and I'm happy to have that. Another player I do collect, as you'll see in my collection. So, and double Guidry, you know, hey, there's worse guys that get doubles of. Excuse me. So before I choke to death, excuse me, this forced air in Buffalo here. It's -4 real feel, so it's very dry. Anyways, why don't I get back on and just say, yeah, after further review, this was a pretty good score, in my opinion. No pun intended. Also, this Willie Stargell. It's off-center, but it's a damn Willie Stargell card, man. It's pretty cool. It's my first Stargell, and I'm happy about that. So that's all. Appreciate what you have. Be kind, all that good stuff, and appreciate when you get a damn Bonds rookie. All right, see you next time, guys.
Now don't fuck with me.
I'm not fucking with nobody.
Don't fuck with me, no. I've had enough of this fucking shit. I'm in it because I'm the fucking manager of this fucking team, that's why I'm in it. You don't want to be here, get your fucking ass out. I'll quit. I can do it. I don't give a fuck.
But I do know one thing. I am the goddamn manager, and I'm going to run this goddamn team.